What have I
You've-
done?
You've
Have I gone?
You've went round the wrong way, Joe. Hello. Good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Joe's just suddenly went horizontal doing something there. This is BAaD Sunday Sessions Online number 7. And Joe's gone. We'll try and bring Joe back. It's live TV, people. Anything can happen.
Oh, sorry.
Right, Joe, we can hear you, but we can't see you. Oh, she's gone again. Oh
dear. I will.
I think we'll take just Joe away there for now until we sort out technical issues at her end. So it's a duo tonight to kick off the BAaD Sunday Sessions number 7. The full lineup should be: we have Mark McCartney, who's not with us yet. We have Elaine from the Well Happy Band, who is with us. We have Colin Bell from Fallen Arches. And we've got Joe from the Twistettes. We did have Joe temporarily there from the Twistettes, but she has a tech problem her end, so she's going to sort that out. So, Elaine, how are you?
I'm really well, David. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. You're saying you're not so used to seeing yourself on this. You're more used to Zoom.
Yeah, all our workshops are on Zoom, so they do that kind of mirroring thing. So you're just looking at like you're in a mirror, so it's kind of weird when you're not. You sort of realise how unsymmetrical your face is. Never mind.
I've been getting used to that throughout this lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's now 19 weeks for me since lockdown began. On Sunday the 15th of March, we have Colin from Fallen Arches is attempting to join us, but he's sitting there in the backstage green room, but his device doesn't appear to be connected. I'm going to give Joe a try again, try and bring Joe in.
Come on, Joe. You can do it, Joe.
What we need to do is when we have tech issues, we ask for Yoko Ono to bring us some power.
Mark, can you help me for a minute, please?
Okay, Joe's still not on. So thank everybody for joining us so far. I'm hoping that maybe sometime soon we'll be able to get Joe to fix out. I mean, if Mark McGee, who hosts You Call That Radio and has done over 70 of these shows in StreamYard, cannot help Joe get on this, then something's not right in the universe. Definitely not. We'll give her a try again. She's there.
Now, here we go.
I think what she's done is she's got the phone on with the volume, which reminds me, like when you try and share it, if you've got the volume on, then it doesn't come across too well. So thank you for joining us. Give us a wee shout in the comments. Let us know who you are, where you are tonight. This has also been a weekend of pubs having opened. Myself personally, I was out last night. Yesterday, I went to the new Calton Taproom, which is part of Barra's Art and Design. Everything ran smoothly in there from our side anyway. If not, they were definitely very, very busy anyway. Seemed to be a lot of people who had reserved tables and went there on Friday and Saturday night. So let us know if you've been out this weekend, if you've been out socialising. Where did you go? What was your experience like? I have to admit it was quite weird actually getting out and seeing lots of people again. You mentioned what have you been up to this weekend, Elaine?
Well, on Saturday afternoon, we got the band back together. So the Well Happy Band met up in Queen's Park, and we had a little bit of a jam up one of the hills next to where the kind of fire pit is. I don't really know Queen's Park all that well, but it's a really, really lovely park from what I can see. And we all just sat with some acoustic instruments and just had a wee Well Happy jam, which was really, really lovely. It was a great way to spend the afternoon. And then,
Superb.
yeah, and then I came home and had some family over for dinner and things like that. So it was a really lovely weekend.
Lovely stuff. And shout out to my brother whose birthday it was yesterday as well. So we had a lovely family barbecue. Hope you had a great day, Martin. I was there during the day and then left. Got a couple of comments. Fraser, your hair's growing. Mine's or Elaine's. Not sure who you're talking about.
Mine's definitely growing. Look at this.
But barbers, hairdressers and that are open now, aren't they?
I have my first appointment on the 23rd of July, I think. I'm booked in.
Right. I think I maybe
long overdue.
Maybe I was going to a backstreet barbers during lockdown who has to remain anonymous due to his backstreet activity.
Backstreet boy.
Backstreet man, if you wanted to be accurate. I'll probably go back to the Turkish barbers in my village in Muirhead on Tuesday. Start doing what we can to re-stimulate our local economies.
Yeah.
Mark, where are you? You need to click on the StreamYard link, come and join us. You're supposed to be on this, don't just comment. Okay, so what we'll do is we have one musician on with us so far. That might grow to another another three. Just like our hair is growing, hopefully quicker though than our hair growing. And what are you going to play for us first then, Elaine?
Well, I thought I'd kind of ease myself in a wee bit gently with my ukulele and probably play something off the Well Happy album, which is over 3 years old now. My goodness, can you believe it?
Okay, and just whilst you're doing that, I'll give your Bandcamp link a share. If you like what you hear, then please support the artists that we have on. We're all about supporting our creative community. You can check out the Well Happy Band's Bandcamp and the other artists we'll have on after Elaine. And if you're now on joining us, please hit the watch party button, give it a share on your timeline. Let's get more people in to enjoy the music and chat we're going to have over the next couple of hours. So I'll just pass over to Elaine and I'll mute myself. Over to you, Elaine.
Hi, everybody. My name's Elaine from the Well Happy Band, and this is the second song off of our album, The Little Album of Happiness. It's called the Motorhome Song. It's dedicated to my motorhome called Frida, who basically has saved me at every single festival that I've been to in the last 7 years. So, Motorhome Song. Here we go. She's called Frida. She's magnificent, it's no lie. She's got 6 seats for sitting, 2 beds for sleeping, and a kitchen built along the side. She's not the fastest vehicle on the road, but she's got her own sense of style. And I can't think of a better feeling when I know I'm going on the road for a while. We are wanderers, we're free to roam. There ain't no path or beaten track that we won't go. All we need to be happy is the open road when I'm driving in my motor home. A beep beep, a beep beep, a beep beep. Whoa, yeah, we don't always know where we're going. Our destination is often unknown, but I'd rather travel buddies who pass us by. They beep beep and wait to say hello. We can park right next to the coastline and sip some cozy under those stars. And each night I thank those lucky stars because they sure beat sleeping in a tent or a car. Yeah, wanderers because there's so much to see. There ain't no place in this green earth I'd rather be. All we need to be happy is the open road motor home. Beep, beep. How amazing to wake up and look out into a different view. Yeah, every time we leave, I spot the truly beautiful. I hope that we return real soon. Yeah, ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-la-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-ba. Oh, I'm driving in my motorhome. We're gonna travel all through the night. We're gonna get out of the city where the scenery is pretty, 'cause we're gonna chase those northern lights. This world is ours for the taking, from the hills to the waterside. Wherever speeder goes, a body always shows. So come sing some songs by my fire. We are wanderers, we're free to roam. There ain't no path up the track that we won't go. All we need to be happy is the open road. When I'm driving in my motor home, beep beep, yeah, beep beep, beep beep, beep beep, whoa, beep beep, beep beep, beep beep, oh, yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you, Elaine. That's a good way to start us off. And we have Mark. How are you?
How you doing? I'm not too bad, you?
Yeah, very well. Thank you, very well. Just realised that I was an idiot and I sent the StreamYard link to a different Mark. So we might have another Mark joining us.
Really?
How's your day been, mate? How's your weekend been?
It's been alright. This is my day off today, so I was working all weekend. So
Right.
having a wee chill day today.
Nice. What do you do for work then? Have you been working right through this then? Have you been furloughed or key worker?
So I got laid off my job, and so I had to find wee part-time jobs and that to just keep me going. So I'm working in Sainsbury's now. No, that's all good, man.
Well, same happened to me as well. There was an economist on Six Music News the other day saying that at the moment it's about 2.8 million people on universal credit, which is the highest since welfare records began in the 1920s. So it's already worse than the Great Depression and the post-World War II. So buckle up for the ride. I think we might have Joe.
Hi, sorry about that. I don't know where I was. I was somewhere, but not where I was meant to be.
That's all right. And Colin has messaged me to say that he's having some issues getting his mic and camera set up. He was trying to do it from his mobile phone, so we'll maybe have him joining us.
Cool.
Hello, Belle. Thanks for tuning in, Belle.
Hi,
Belle was giving us a wee
Bell hug
beep
for
there.
you.
Yes, Bell huggles. Bell's got a motorhome as well. Have you had your motorhome out, Elaine?
Yeah, I did it out twice this year, believe it or not. She broke down for the first time in October. Me and Jean were meant to be going somewhere and she totally broke down, and it took about 6 months to fix her. So we eventually got her back in March, and me and Janine and Jamie went away for a night, and then lockdown happened. So we obviously couldn't go anywhere. And then last week, me and Chris and Jamie went away for a few days up to just 20 miles west of Liverpool. So a big long drive, but it was so nice seeing something that wasn't our four walls, you know. So, even
a church. I know. even just a change of scenery. Like, I think we've probably, not intentionally, but I mean, we've probably like just totally taken like festival season for granted, that you have all these different amazing places that you go to throughout the summer, and with festival season completely written off, like, I've been trying to get out and do a bit more hill walking and trying to salvage just something outdoors from the rest of the summer. So I'm going to do Ben Lomond tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that.
Brilliant.
Forecast looks good, so I've got my shorts and my towel packed, and I'm going to go for a wee bit of freshwater swimming in the
That
water.
sounds good.
I was doing that as well at the weekend, just pure beware, just straight into the water, just like.
Aye, it's blissful.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
It is. It's so. I'd recommend it to everybody. It's so rejuvenating, and we're very fortunate in Scotland. Like most people are so close to the coastline, and even with all the bountiful freshwater lochs and disused reservoirs. Nobody going to any current used reservoirs. That's not so safe. I joined a wild swimming Scotland Facebook group. So there's been quite a lot of good recommendations going in there as well. And I suppose I've just been seeing like more people as well. Like this would have been Beat Herder Festival weekend, so we were due to be playing the main stage of that on the Saturday for the first weekend. But if you're not away at a festival, then you may as well do something else.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my phone.
Right, okay, well, we'll move over to Mark. What are you going to play for us, mate?
I've got a wee original called Homeless and Afraid. So I'll do that. Hope you enjoy. Go to this special place in the corner of your mind. Go to this special place that only you can find. Your happiness lies deep, deep within. It don't matter about the nasty things that people say. All that matters now is that you found your own way down that one-way road. You got lost for so long. There is hope from the light at the end of the road. And I've seen people's true colors that I thought they would never show. But I'm well on my way to making things better. Making things better. Sitting on the concrete steps and I'm lost in the daydream. This is not how my life's supposed to be. Homeless, homeless and afraid. There is hope from the light at the end of the road. And I've seen people's true colors that I thought they would never show. But I'm well on my way to making things better. Making things better. And there is hope from the light at the end of the road. And I've seen people's true colors that I thought they would never show. But I'm well on my way, making things better. Making things better. Gonna make things better. Go to the special place in the corner of your mind. Go to the special place that only you can find. Cheers, man. Yes. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Thank you very much, Mark. And where can people get your music online, Mark? Any places?
Just on Facebook at Mark McCartney Music and Instagram at Mark McCartney Music. Just all one word.
Are you looking into getting anything set up on Spotify or Bandcamp or anything like that?
Fingers crossed when COVID's over and done with, try to get something sorted.
One step at a time. So yeah, I've just sort of busy trying to get people on backstage, but I've just given the Elaine's Well Happy Band Bandcamp a share there. If you want to check that out, that's in the comments. You're welcome. It looks like we now have Colin. Hello.
Hello. Sorry, guys.
Hi.
That's all right.
Thanks
for joining us. Are you sorted at your end?
Well, I think so. Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Okay. Well, we can hear you loud and clear. So we'll just move on then. Joe, what have you got for us?
What was I going to play? So I think I was going to just do Lamppost Light because that's probably the one that the Twisted do that I think kind of works best acoustic for if anyone's kind of not heard us before. For anyone that hasn't heard of Twisted, we're like really loud kind of punk band with a big distorted bass and banging. My sister playing crazy loud drums, so it's kind of interesting to take it to an acoustic guitar, but some of them work, some of them don't. I can't find my plectrum now. This has just been one of those days. I've really hurt my back earlier on, and I had to take some like super strength painkillers, so everything's just a bit difficult and my brain's working at like half pace. But yeah, so I'm going to take these out, I think, for right. This is Lamppost Light. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Right, take 2. Lamppost Light. It's not easy glitter that's appealing to me, though you are pretty. And I swim into your blue eyes when I realized what was concealed down my inside was just shining right on, was clearly right on. But threw me a curveball. It's not the shining brasses that's appealing to me. Don't need money, got my own subsistence, and it's on bills revealed distinctly fuel for tiny extra dirty surface ignited on the pavement and down the back street under the lamppost light, under the lamppost light, under the lamppost light, under the lamppost light. Under the lamppost light, Is the intellect and mutual respect appealing to me, or am I crazy me? You should back away from a smoking gun, cause it's making my heart go boom, boom, boom. On the pavement and down the back street, under the lamppost light, under the lamppost light, under the lamppost light, under the lamppost light, under the lamppost light. Thank you. Got there eventually. Wait, then I need to put my earphones back in. Cool. Okay, back in the game. Oh my god, I can't hear now. Okay, I can hear now.
Yay! Hi.
Yeah, I can hear. Sorry, I'm being an absolute disaster. Like talking about this is like day 3 at a festival. That's how I feel. You know, that guy is just like, what did I do? Where did I like? Yeah, sorry. Anyway.
Well, technically it should be because this was doing the rabbit hole the weekend. This weekend.
Yeah. I was thinking that. Yeah.
We were meant to open the whistleblower stage yesterday at 12, so we all met up in the park. We just had a jam, which was great. But,
amazing. Yeah, because we were meant to be playing like on, I think we were one of the, maybe like 5 or 6 o'clock or something like that on the Friday at Whistleblower, and it was like meant to work out that we would just finish and then have enough time to put your instruments away, get a pint, and then Pussy Riot were going to be on the main stage. So I was actually so excited about that. But yeah, it's what it is, isn't it? Just... But yeah, Sunday at a festival. I know. Well, I suppose like when we actually get to festivals, though, it's going to be like the first festival is just going to be an absolute explosion of amazingness, isn't it? So that's
yeah. There will certainly not be any social distancing, put it that way. I think.
Yeah.
Explosion of COVID.
Oh well.
Damn it.
Oh, I can't hear
you, David.
Claire.
I'm still on mute. I was still on mute. As like day 3 at a festival.
That's it. Let's go with that theme. I think that's like. I think that's the way to go.
Let's keep that going. I was actually saying, Martin Windybank done an amazing video for you for Lamppost Light.
Aye, yeah, totally. Martin always does amazing videos.
He does indeed. I don't think he does anything other than amazing videos. So I've just given you a YouTube video for Lamppost Light. I share in the comments. If I'm giving any shares for videos, please hit the subscribe button on the band's, the artist channels. The Twistettes also have their own Bandcamp too. So I'm just going to give that a share in the comments.
Cheers,
and you're welcome. You can check out some Twistettes music and check out the merch that they've got. So we'll move over to Colin. Colin, mate, how are you?
I'm good, yeah. I feel like I was a hacker then because I couldn't figure out my settings. Yeah.
You've hacked back into the Matrix.
Yeah, I've got no clue what's going on here. So I've just sort of wandered in like aimlessly, like hello.
Well, you're here now. You're here now. So thanks for joining us. So you've recently had a wee baby. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, my missus had a wee baby. I just know it's sort of long way for the. I just sort of showed up. Hello. And I've never been so thankful for a guy in my life. It's like just man, yeah, but it's been crazy. So yeah.
So what age is she now?
She's 2 months going on 21, so that's good. 2 months old.
What's she called?
Amy Bell. Amy Ellen Bell. So yeah. So I've got a night off. It's my first night off in 2 months. So that's nice. So I'm looking forward to go back home and grown up on again. So that's good,
Well, it gives you some new material to write about anyway, if nothing else.
Yeah, it gives me something.
Right, okay. Well, I'll mute myself just now then. And what are you going to play for us?
I have no idea. What would do? Yeah, I'll figure it out. How's that? I'll figure it out. Yeah, it does. I don't actually know if this song's got a name yet. I've played it a couple of times live, obviously, but yeah, figure it out. It's on a new album, but I keep saying I've got this album coming out, but then I keep putting like babies and pandemics happen. So there's that. But yeah, okay. So enjoy. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man that walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. And I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man that walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. It's the subtlety, color coordinated verse lines. First there's black and then there's gray. So let's go out and paint the town red. Walking first, the music through the sadness. Turn it up, I wanna feel down. Walking first, the music through the sadness. Turn it up, I wanna feel down. I wanna feel down. Wishing most of my life away. Self-indulgent, selfish pastimes. First there's black and then there's gray. Sweep it up and start again. Walking first, the music through the sadness. Turn it up, I wanna feel down. Walking first, the music through the sadness. Turn it up, I wanna feel down. All those days, I was chasing nothing. All those days, I was chasing nothing. I don't wanna think about it, I don't wanna talk about it. So close, so far, so close, so far. I don't wanna think about it, I don't wanna talk about it. So far, so close, so far. I don't wanna think about it, I don't wanna talk about it. I don't wanna think about it, I don't wanna talk about it. Just
Thank you, Colin. And
doing that when no one's about. It's just like, I'm in a room just
Okay, shared.
so Colin is also on Bandcamp, and I'll just give Colin's Bandcamp a share there as well if you want to check out some Fallen Arches music. I think everybody, bar Mark as well, is also on Spotify. If you would like to go on and give them a follow on there, you can check them out. But obviously, it helps artists more. More money goes directly to them as opposed to the 0.0003 pence that you get per stream on Spotify.
17 pence.
Yeah. Nobody's retired. Nobody's retiring in any Spotify royalty checks anytime soon anyway.
No.
So we'll come back to yourself then, Elaine, and next song from you.
Okay, I'm going to give this a go. I've got a wee bit of a drum machine going on here, so this is the first time I've actually ever used it, like ever, so bear with me. This is a protest song that I wrote a good few years back. It's called Break the Mold, and we sung it in front of thousands of people at the Independence Rally in Freedom Square in September, and it was just a fantastic experience. It was really, really, really cool. So this is called Break the Mold. some people about the world today, you'll be told it's a scary place to be. But I often wonder how our minds would change with no tabloids, no news, no TV. Would the world be a fairer place? Would you recognize your neighbor's face, or would you keep your eyes fixed squarely on the ground? Well, if you'll just raise your head, you'll find there's love, peace, and beauty all around. Take back your news reports, take back your biased lies, take back your power trip undone. You claim to preach of harmony and peace when all you talk about is death and war, murder, bombs and guns. And as that bad feeling spreads, it all gets in our heads. Before you know it, we're scared to go outside. Well, we can't live a life that's free when all we choose to do is sit at home and hide. So we will march with pride. So follow me, switch off the news of the BBC and throw some love into this world. Watch it come back 100-fold. We can be happy. The world's not as ugly as it's portrayed to be. Just go outside and see. Let's break the mold. Let's not be told we should live our lives in fear and misery. Let's change our perceptions, surround ourselves with love and positivity. Because governments create poverty, politicians create war, the media creates fear on a massive scale. World markets take bets on where the next famine will hit. Just why the hell do we keep putting people's lives up for sale? What of the soldier wounded on the front line who watched his brothers being blown to kingdom come? He knows no peace is ever found while he's looking down the barrel of a gun. This war, it can't be won. Why can't we all get along? Just throw some love into this world. Watch it come back 1,000-fold. We need to care for other people's welfare as well as our own. It's called humanity. We should love each other, respect one another as a people. We must learn to live as one. Till then, let's paint a future full of hope for every mother, father, daughter, and son. 'Cause our time has come. The revolution's just begun. Our time has come. Every single person within them holds the key that breaks the chains that make us toe the line of this false society. And if we stand together, if we open up our hearts, if we defend the truth, denounce the lies, isn't that a start? We will cover every corner, we'll spread our message wide, and one by one we'll watch the tyrants fall. And when we gather all the hope we have, they will find our love will conquer all. So hear our freedom call. Our love will conquer all. Hear our freedom call. Yes. Thank you. Yay.
Hey, woo!
That was amazing.
Well done.
Yes.
Well good.
Beautiful lyrics, Ellen. Beautiful lyrics.
Thank you. I actually
incredible.
wrote it just before the independence referendum in 2014 and was too annoyed for a wee while to play it. But it's kind of relevant now, so I might as well just
Yeah.
start.
It's definitely coming back into fashion, that song, and certainly one of my favourite words on the 23 podcast show is so
Absolutely. I Twice.
It was a great day that at George Square. I remember watching you playing, and
It was manic. It was crazy, but the energy was really, really there. And I don't know, there was something about belting out "Hear Our Freedom Call" in front of all these saltires at Freedom Square. That's a wee tick off the bucket list.
Definitely.
Oh, amazing.
There's been a meme that I've been sharing around that from time to time I've been changing my cover picture on Facebook and stuff too, and it was a piece of graffiti that I'd seen somewhere obviously and then just picked up. But obviously we've got so many choices for what we actually do as we move out of this lockdown, and in so many ways everything before it wasn't normal in any sane or rational person's definition of normal. So how do we make all the positive changes that we need to? Like, where do we start to building something different that is more equal for all?
With kids, mental health in kids is where you start to make a long-term change, I think.
Totally.
Kind of focused on emotional intelligence rather than IQ. I really think that you'd get successful. Every kid would be a success, and there would be a much brighter future. But
I was hoping it was going to change. See the way, like, obviously, like the 5-day working week and school week and things like that. I was hoping they were going to change that. It was looking likely for a little while, and then it just back to again. And it's a shame because I think, 2 on, 3 off, 2 on, 3 off, 3 on, 2 off. That kind of thing. Something like staggering it. It works for Scandinavian countries.
Outdoor learning as well. Learning the outdoors is really, really effective for mental health. So you could be teaching people outside. I really embraced the sort of blended learning as was going to happen. It's back to normal, which is it's frustrating.
But it is looking like that. It's a shame because you see a lot of kids that are going to come out of lockdown and they're going to need something that's not the norm, because they've spent so long. I mean, 4 months to us is a nightmare. 4 months in a kid's life is an eternity.
It's ages,
I mean,
wild.
Because we probably shared across the rest of us, but like when you were younger, like your summer holidays feel as if they just went. They seemed as if they went on for ages and ages. Your summer holidays, when in actual fact, if you give an adult the same time off, it would just be gone like that.
You knew at the beginning of August when you went for your new school uniform, and you were like, I think the end is nigh.
I know.
New shoes, nightmare.
I think there's something about. I kind of wonder if there's something in that about. I've been reading loads about mindfulness over this lockdown. I'm like yoga out my nut, but so I've been I paid attention and kind of noticing the little things. Like kids are doing that constantly because everything's new to them, and they're just like there's that kind of sparkly moment happens like every day for them. And obviously, time does just go quicker as you get older. But I think maybe there's something about just like. That's kind of slow down, taking a bit more attention, and kind of appreciating the moment, I suppose. Even though it's really tough to do when you're an adult and you've got hundreds of stuff to do. But yeah, it's one of the kinds of things I've been thinking about while I've been doing some of that reading, and I don't know.
Being actually conscious instead of your subconscious mind taking over, and most people are only conscious about 5% of their day, so 95% of they're in their subconscious or their unconscious, and they're replaying all the tapes, all the negative thought patterns, all that kind of stuff. And unless you,
totally,
as you are, Joe, just really make an effort to be conscious and be in the moment. That's why time passes quickly.
But that Jacinda Ardern, who is an inspiration she should be an inspiration to every politician in the world, the way New Zealand, one, have handled this, but also secondly, just the leadership that she has shown before this and during this. But she's been talking about because New Zealand is so reliant on ecotourism that whilst those numbers are going to be down for so long, that they are realistically looking at now changing the working week to reduce people's working hours to give them more leisure time, but obviously just on a national level, maintaining the same wages, etc. Because the same money's got to stay in the economy. So
they don't take like massive pay cuts and stuff. One I had.
Aye, like the politicians were doing it as well. To actually show a little bit of solidarity, which, can you imagine the Tories showing any kind of solidarity with those that
they don't even know the words, man. They don't know how to spell it.
Had to go on to had to go on to 80% furlough and or even worse, lose their jobs. Just to go back to Elaine, what you were saying about outdoor learning. There's an amazing local community group called Calton Community Meadow, just out in North Lanarkshire where I live. I've been helping them out with a few things with their digital strategy and giving them some social media advice and stuff like that. So they're actually doing some outdoor learning courses, which is like giving the kids in the area that are allowed out to do stuff like bushcraft and sort of like wildlife identification and stuff like that. So they've got some beautiful green space, and Anne-Marie's actually joined us. So thanks for joining us, Anne-Marie. This is our first opportunity to catch your podcast, because I was mentioning to them as well that for them to have a platform to engage with their local community, I thought them doing their own kind of podcast would be a great idea, something to move forward. So they've got their summer 2020 activities kicking off tomorrow, and all the places were gone very, very quickly, but that's going to hopefully lead to them being able to do and get the funding to put on more courses to give the kids there something to do. And if the kids can get out and get away from the parents for a wee while as well, like Elaine, you're a parent, Colin, you're a parent now, Mark, have you got any kids?
One.
So I'm sure the three of yous will understand the importance of having some time where you can actually do what you want to do and not have the kids around, and of course not in a negative way.
I really any time to myself. I'll just any time to myself is good time to myself.
I just remember as a kid coming home from school and getting my football, and then that would be me. You just got you've got to play football until you were shouted in for your dinner. Thank you for joining us, Anne-Marie. We're going to move on with some more music, and next up then, so over to yourself, Mark.
Nice one. I'm going to do another original. I wrote this for my girlfriend, and I played it in King Tut's, and she didn't know. So I said, this is for my girlfriend, and she called me an arsehole, so excuse the language. So this is called IUE.
Never show how much I love you. I never tell you how much I care. You said you'd always stick around me. Picked me up and no one was there. So stay with me. I'll stay with you. never show emotions. We hardly talk about our feelings. So let's try and open up more. And I promise to have more deep in meaning. 'Cause I don't know how I'll ever repay you. 'Cause you have a heart of solid gold. So stay with me. I'll stay with you. I don't know how to ever repay you. 'Cause you have a heart of solid gold. And I don't know how to ever repay you. 'Cause you have a heart of solid gold. So stay with me. I'll stay with you. What's that?
Right.
Thank you very much.
Well played, Mark, well played. You mentioned that was when you played Tuts, which took the picture for the poster.
Aye, that's one, aye.
When did you play there?
When was that again? Was it October, November, I think? Played there.
Nice one. Who was on the lineup? Can you remember? I know
It was
testing you now.
It was Mick Hagen that organised it all, so it was just like people from so people that I played gigs with. So we all done about 3-4 songs each. So it was like about 15 people that night. So he'd be really testing me to see who played that night.
No worries, man. Well done. I shout out to Mick. Mick organises a lot of really good gigs. Gives a platform to a lot of people to play as well. So good on you, Mick. Keep up the great work, mate. Well done.
Up and coming sort of younger acts as well, which is really cool.
Aye, one of his wee acts were on The Voice last night with Blair.
Oh, right,
Yeah, he got he's in Team Danny now. He's got a wee turn around.
Nice.
I was going to shave like and try and get on one of the bills, but I thought,
I look older when I shave. That's the thing. I keep this to
I've just given Mark's Facebook page a share there in the comments, so get on, give his page a wee like, please, as well. Mary Phillips, thanks for joining us. Are you back from Fife now, Mary? Where are you? Are you back in Kirkintilloch? I think Mary was out in Fife for the lockdown, but she's just back from work and tuning in. Thank you, Mary. And Shazza up in Glenrothes, who is definitely in Fife, unless you're not. She keeps on forgetting it's on at 8 instead of a 9 on a Friday. Well, you need to set a wee weekly reminder. That's what you need to do. And hello Sean, thanks for joining us. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight. This is we kicked off with Elaine from the Well Happy Band. We've got Mark McCartney, we've got Colin Bell, who plays as Fallen Archies, and we've got Joe Dark, who is one half of the sister duo with Nikki from the Twistettes. And on that note, then over to you, Joe. Next, what have you got for us?
Cool. I thought I would go for Selling Skin, because I don't usually play this one acoustic, but I gave it a shot during lockdown, and I think it actually sounds better than I thought it would. Also, we have a side project that has been bubbling a lot about for a fair while, but because I've had time in lockdown and been able to kind of get some stuff moving with that, we've actually got an album coming out from our side project, which is called Minerva Wakes. So that's kind of like trip hop, trip hop chilled, but still quite kind of got a bit of a kind of gnarly bass thing going on. So the reason I'm talking about that is that Selling Skin actually, it's had many different kind of incarnations, that song. I wrote it quite a long time when I was quite young, and so I've played about with it a lot. So Selling Skin is also going to be on the new Minerva Wakes album, and a very different song. It would maybe even take you to like till a good couple of minutes in to be like, oh shit, that's that's that mad Twisted funk song, isn't it? But so I'll play the acoustic version of the Twisted one. I want to put your plugs out. Cool. Okay. You patronize the pauper because we know no better. Capitalize on slaughter and What can you get from it? What can you make from it? What can you get from it? What can you make? What can you get from it? What can you make from it? What can you get from it? What can you make? What can you get from it? What can you make from it? What can you get from it? What can you make? What can you get from it? What can you make from it? What can you get from it? What can you make? Cling to the shade that is least fake. That's not democracy you make. Waiting for the next big thing. Selling skin. Selling skin. Selling skin. Selling skin. What can you get from it? What can you make from it? What can you get from it? What can you make? What can you get from it? What can you make from it? What can you get from it? What can you make? What can you get from it? What can you make from it? What can you get from it? What can you make? What can you get from it? What can you make from it? What can you get from it? What can you make? What can you get from it? What can you make from it? What can you get from it? What can you make? What can you get from it? What can you make from it? What can you get from it? What can you make? What can you get from it? What can you make from it? What can you get from it? What can you make? What can you get from it? What can you make from it? What can you get from it? What can you make? Okay. Cheers.
Yes.
Thank you. Can't hear.
Joe, the new Minerva Wakes project. I've just given the Facebook page.
Hold up. I can't hear.
Okay,
Sorry. Right, I can hear now.
Right. I was just saying yes. I've just given the Minerva Wakes Facebook page a share in the comments there.
Oh, sounds. Cheers.
I'm looking forward to hearing your finished mixed and mastered tunes for that. That sounds pretty interesting. Yeah.
Cool.
Just say hello to Carrie Ann Arbuthnot. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Carrie Ann. Give us a shout out in the comments. We'll give you a wee shout. Mary was loving that. And just for Anne Marie, who was on there commenting earlier about sort of the importance of community activities and activities for the weans and outdoor activities and stuff like that. I'll give the Cardown Community Meadow Facebook page a share there in the comments as well. They're they're a really inspiring local group doing great things for their local community. So you can check them out as well if you want. There's Daryl Spears. Hi all, enjoying the tunes.
Hi mate, good to see you.
Been lucky enough to see all the guests
Daryl.
live before. Yeah, live gigs. Remember them?
Looking forward to Daryl's single coming out. One, it's going to be a good one.
I've heard he's been working on some new tunage. Likewise. Okay, so we'll pass over to you then, Colin.
So, this one, I originally wrote this about my dad. He was really sick, he had a stroke and stuff. So I let my mum hear it, and she was like, I don't like it. So I was like, oh, okay, so fair enough. But the irony is, she took really sick, so I'm going to play it for her, just out of spite. So yeah, so this is called Don't Let Go. Hope you guys like it. I saw you slip, I saw you break, I hate to see you lying there. Please don't close your eyes. Oh, please don't close your eyes. The things you said, the things you told me right around inside my head. Please don't close your eyes. Oh, please don't close your eyes. I'm not ready to say goodbye. Oh, let go. I'm not ready to say goodbye. Oh, 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 oh. 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 Me, don't let go. I'm not ready to say goodbye. Me, don't let go. I'm not ready to say goodbye. Yes, guys.
Go.
That was a good one. I loved that.
A wee short number there. And in a bit. Joe.
Oh.
Joe.
I'll mute her for now. She's having a party in another room. Excellent. Right, so I'll give Collins. I'll give Collins Colin Archie's Facebook page a share there in the comments. You want to give that a link, please? Welcome back, Joe. Welcome back.
Sorry, I had to just go top my drink up.
I hope you're not mixing. I hope that's diluting juice and you're not mixing very strong painkillers with alcohol.
Absolutely nothing. I would never do that.
Good.
You should totally try it.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as it should have been the combined Down the Rabbit Hole Beat Herder Festival weekend, can we all raise our glasses to absent festivals and gigs, please?
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, cheers.
Absent festivals and gigs.
Oh.
I'm on the green tea. A bit of positive news. I seen Lindisfarne Festival a couple of days ago. I shared it on my timeline. So the standard approach that the festivals have taken this year has been rolling over more or less as much of their lineup as they possibly can, which is great, showing loyalty to those that were booked this year. That's the right thing to do. And then they have been asking, and obviously we accept and are empathetic and compassionate for the reasons why people might need to get their money back right now and couldn't roll over their tickets. That's totally understandable under the mental circumstances and financial strain that a lot of people are now find themselves under. But the festivals have obviously been asking if people would roll their tickets over, which means you'll get next year's festival ticket still at this year's price. Your payment plans have been offering new payment plans as well, which allows people to buy a ticket for next year's festival over, well, that's like 10 months or whatever, or some cases like 12 months, making it even cheaper than when they normally announce their sort of 5-6 month payment plans. But I don't know the exact statistics, but I have had some private conversations with certain festival organisers. But Lindisfarne did actually go public with. So what they were doing is you had like a 4-week window where if they didn't hear from you, then they would assume that it was automatically rolling over. And after that window had closed for Lindisfarne, 92% of this year's ticket holders rolled their tickets over to next year.
That's cool. Yeah, that's good.
It's really good. I mean, I think it goes without saying amongst us in the musician community just how important festivals are in order to give us somewhere to actually play during the summer. But as a wider music community and the positive benefits and mental health and well-being benefits that festivals give people anyway, just in general. Being out in nature.
Yeah, we're backstage buddies now, man. but yeah, it's like I will steal your guys' carry out. Talk about who's still who's leader. No, it's true though. That's a great place to network when you're backstage and stuff like that. And it's like you get to know people, and it's great. We wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't know you guys mostly anyway. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
I think a lot of these festivals, though, I mean, I don't think you'll realise just how close to the bone that they kind of cut it. Yeah. When you see a big they're throwing money down a rabbit hole just in the hope that that they sell the tickets. It's a shame. Yeah. Good best of time with that. They put their heart and soul in it, and I think they're just going to make it next year no more. I think. Anything else?
We do need to support them. We definitely need to support them as much as we can, if we can. I think the one of the biggest positives from Lindisfarne's 92% rolling over is it's very possible, because obviously then you'll have people who would just be buying a ticket next year anyway, or people who are just of the age where they decide to go to their first festival, and it might be their local festival that becomes their first festival. So my hope is by the power invested in Yoko Ono. My hope is that next year 100% of our festivals are 100% sellouts, and next year 2021 could be the third summer of love for us all as we get out there and enjoy an amazing festival season. So.
I think I think I've been desperate. Abdi's just climbing the walls. Like I didn't realise how much I would miss gigs in general. Not just playing. 100%. They will tell you we usually bump each other at gigs all the time. Like, and it's just, man, I just miss going to see a live band. It's tragic.
Yeah, the kind of the feeling you get when you've hook the audience in, and there's that kind of synchronicity between everybody, and you can feel the kind of vibe rising, and it's the feedback from that is really rewarding. Like this kind of gig is just so alien to me, but it's cool now because you've got rid of the barriers, physical barriers, and the kind of mental barriers. But I just love crowds. Love crowds. Yeah.
It's quite a big part of a performance, isn't it? It's like it's not just about the performer or the band or DJ or whatever. It is that kind of interaction of whatever is kind of created in the room. Yeah, that kind of the connection between people and the energy that makes. Like, you know, that's what it is. So it's just such a weird thing to do. Gigs like this. I know what you mean though, Elaine. I'm kind of, at first I was like, oh my God, that's going to be really tough. But it's fine. You do adapt, and it's good in its own way. But yeah, it is. You are missing that kind of big kind of bit that gets you.
I totally get it. Like I miss the kind of banter between the crowd as well. Like, like most of my acts is kind of a bit of comedy with, well, say comedy, me just shouting at the audience and them shouting at me back. You guys, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like it's just, you've got to have a bit of wind up and a bit of carry on and stuff like that, because a lot of things I'm singing about are pretty horrible. But if you kind of put it on in a funny way, people listen to it and kind of connect it, and I totally miss that. You don't get that in a live stream, you know. It's nice for you guys. Like, feels like you're in the room with me, but like all in all, you're still sitting in the room, you know, when you're not getting that kind of feedback, you know. Very good organized, you know. But it's just it's a really strange experience for an artist.
Definitely. Well, there's been a few of the sort of government memes have been subvertised in that respect. So let's not forget, when this is over, please support live music, because the music ecosystem is on its knees right now. That's one of the reasons why we decided to organise our drive-in gigs in Strathclyde Park at the beginning of September, with ourselves, Tom McGuire and the Brassholes, Carly Connor, and a warm-up set from DJ 5. So I'll give the Facebook event for that a share in the comments. If that takes your fancy, please come along. It's going to be something different, but we're just going to do whatever we can to try and get the local independent music ecosystem restarted. And but you've got to remember, I mean, it's bigger than obviously just the artists on the stage. It's like, it's the staging company, it's the production company, it's the company doing the back line, it's the sound engineers. There's just so many people involved, obviously, in putting like an outdoor event on, and all these people right now are just furloughed, or their equipment's just gathering dust. So we need to do something.
It's tragic. It's absolutely horrific what's happened to it. And the government just they really don't give a fuck. And the thing is, what annoys me, you know what grinds my gears? It pisses me off though, because you see it's like they're throwing money into all these other things. Fucking, you know, it's like, you know, light bulb manufacturers are getting money thrown at them, and then you get us that are putting in billions into the economy, and you're getting, it's like as if it don't exist. It's like, you know, we'll figure it out. We'll go busking, you know what? Can't go busking, they fucking cash. Anyways. You're
Peter Griffin.
You America.
Okay, well, we'll move over and we'll get our next song from Elaine.
Thank you very much. I'm going to slow things down a wee bit, just because the mood's kind of changed a wee bit, and there's nothing like a good bit of contrast. As much as we're well happy, we appreciate that not everything's well happy all the time. But this is to all the mums and dads out there that have had to have their kids by their side all day and all night, and who haven't had a break. And sometimes it can be difficult, and sometimes it's I don't know, it's hard to be happy with the wee one that you've created when you've spent that time with them. So hopefully this will bring back the love for everybody. This is called Jamie's Song. Day has been a long one, full of all you could desire, and now your eyes seem so heavy. It's no wonder you're tired, but before your head finds the pillow, before your dreams unfurl, before you sleep through the window, we'll peek so we can say goodnight to the world. Now we say goodnight to the man in the moon, and we say goodnight to the stars, and we say goodnight
good night to the planet we see. On a clear evening we can see Mars. And we say good night to the songbirds, still singing their evening tune. And I hope beyond hope you rest easy and sleep the whole night through. For my child, you are as wild as the wind, full of boundless energy. To keep up with you takes the effort of two, and your dad and I both need our sleep. But as the light gets dimmer, as I kiss your beautiful curls, I'm happy to see you sleep peacefully, because we say goodnight to the world. Now time will fly, and in the blink of an eye, a man you will become, with a life both in front and behind you, a young family all of your own. And if you look back, way down the track, the old memories are hard to recall. Well, I hope you're glad for the love we have when we say goodnight to the world. For I know I'm so glad for the love we have when we say goodnight to the world. When we say goodnight to the world.
Yes.
I never do
Beautiful,
that live.
Elaine.
I never
Have you
do
not?
that live. Oh my God. Never done it live. Yeah, I've maybe done it once.
Oh, it's
Amazing.
beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful version. And Mary, so you've got a great voice. So
Oh,
Mary was
thank you.
Mary was loving that. Mary was loving that. And for those of you who came on and just joined us, I'll just go through again who we have on tonight's show and give a wee share. So where's the poster? Where's the poster? There it's there. So we've got Mark McCartney. Where in the world do you live, Mark?
I'm originally from Easterhouse in Glasgow, but I've moved over to West Lothian.
Okay, whereabouts?
A place called Winchborough, just next to Broxton.
Winchborough. Right, okay, yeah. Heard of that. And we have Elaine from the Well Happy Band. They're a much bigger band, but we've got Elaine on just now representing them. We've got Colin from Fallen Arches, and we have Joe Dark, who is one half of a sister duo with her sister Nikki on the drums from the Twistates and their new project Minerva Breaks. So we've just had Elaine there.
Wakes.
And
Minerva Wakes.
Minerva Wakes. What did I say?
Breaks.
Breaks.
Yeah.
Freudian slip. Thank you for correcting me. Minerva Wakes. Minerva Wakes. Right, cool. So I'll just give everyone's Bandcamp a share again, just as we go round the next song. So if you enjoyed Elaine's music there, you want to check out more of the Well Happy Band, please give their Bandcamp a check, and we'll go over to yourself then, Mark.
Excellent, thank you. I'm going to dedicate a wee cover to a guy called Denny Oliver from Scheme, who I've known him my whole life. That was pretty sad. He passed away this week sometime. So, and he used to always play this song. I used to nip his head to play this song. So this is Bob Marley, Three Little Birds. Don't worry
gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melody pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds perched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, a melody pure and true, singing, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds perched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, the melody is pure and true, singing, this is my message to you. Thank you.
Beautiful, Mark. Beautiful. Yes, shout out to love and respect to Denny and his family and all the Scheme family. His daughter Samara is my pal, and obviously just heartbroken for them all.
100%.
Terrible news. Terrible news to hear.
It's a funny. I was just going to say it's a funny thing with Scheme, because like I didn't know who they were until I moved through to Glasgow, until people started talking about them through here, and so I was really involved in the music scene East Coast, and it's just so weird that they're such a big deal, but like I hadn't heard of them, even though it's just no one, even just I don't know, an hour away. It's bonkers. Just just shows.
So there's
sorry, that was it.
No, you're right. I mean, like they're sort of legendary status in Glasgow. Like they were the only unsigned band, I believe, who sold out the Apollo, the Plaza, and the Barrowland. And they like growing up, like they had they were from Easterhouse like yourself, Mark, and they really stuck to their principles. Like they had a song called CND, and they themselves like were playing in. Brilliant. That's why I've got my CND sign. not specifically just because of Scheme, but obviously I'm totally with them and everything that they stood for. There's an amazing documentary about Scheme. It's called Innocent as Hell. So I'm just going to give that a share in the comments. A lot of footage, obviously, from when they were coming through in the 80s, and it's it's an inspiring documentary. Also, as well, just for those of you who maybe did know Denny or know Scheme as a band, just so that you know, his funeral is going to be next Tuesday. If you go on to the Scheme page, the announcement is on there from 5 days ago. But what they're actually doing, it's starting from where he lived at Stroud Street at Sandy Hills, but very, very beautifully, I think, considering like his links with the Barrowland and music and stuff. It's going down Chelson Road, it's passing the Marquee and the Lions Den, up Westmere Street onto the Gallagate, passing the Barrowland before turning up onto Bell Street, then High Street, and then on the right turn onto Duke Street, going past other places that had played there all the way along Carmyle Road. And then right past where their music began in the late 70s, where the old El Paso Caraval stood. And then it's passing by like Easter House Shopping Centre, then on to Daldowie Crematorium. So I think that's... I've not known Glasgow musicians recently that have died. I mean, Joe, we were at Jake's as well from the Alabama 3, and they had an amazing send off for him. But I think that's a really beautiful thing that they're doing with Denny's funeral cortege, taking him down all the places he loved. I mean, they were on the Barrowland stage in December playing one of the gigs I seen in there last year. So sad loss to the music community, and again, condolences.
I think it is a beautiful thing doing the procession, because I think so many people are touched by it, like whether they knew him or had met. I met him once at a pub in Arran on New Year's Day, and he just randomly turned up at the pub, and Mark was like, "That's Denny, man." So he ended up coming and get involved in a wee jam and stuff. It was cool, but yeah, I didn't like know him at all. But like I feel like I want to, pay respects and just be involved in that for the band's importance, for his lyrics' importance, and so many people will feel that much, even more kind of strongly, like people up in Easter House and stuff as well. It's just so cool to let that community, it's like exactly what they were about, letting everybody be involved. Everybody should be part of it, which is cool.
Yeah. Well, I say after it leaves, Joe, I think it's 2:30 on Tuesday afternoon. If you're free, I think I'm going to go down and just wait outside the Barrowland for it coming along. So if anybody else wants to join me, then you're more than welcome. Cool. Next one, we'll have a wee chat about that afterwards then.
Sounds.
We've got a few more people joining us. Jim Reid from the Renains. Hello, Jim. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Hope you're well, mate. Mary was loving that cover there as well, Mark. A beautiful cover. It was also played at one of the lovely Dijon family that we sadly lost a while ago as well, Jay Coleman's mum. It's an important song for Jay as well, because it was played at her mum's funeral as well. Valeroo, so that's for you, Valeroo, up there in the great gig in the sky. You're up there with Denny and all the other legends now. Hello, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us. And we'll move on to Eileen Hamilton. Great to see you all, fab band. Thank you very much. Collectively, these people joining, becoming their own band.
Super group.
A big guitar heavy, bit stringed instrument heavy, I think.
Scottish travelling Wilburys.
Brilliant. We'll move over to you then, Joe, for the next. It's just your turn, Joe.
Oh, right, shit, sorry, I thought you put me up by mistake, sorry. Oh my God. Okay, right, I'm just sitting here. Okay, so I think I'll do the line. Yeah, I'll do the line. Cool. Sorry. Are we going to wake up from this coma? We'll break out from this drama and sing Sweet Bama Lama Bell. Bell. Will we shake off this ever-present aura that's telling us to stop it and toe the line? Toe the line, walk the line, cross the line, take the line now, 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 now. Down, 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 down. Now, 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 now. Down, 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 down. 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 Are we faking the concern with our liberty, making the obligatory stand, then taking the man by the hand? Will you impress the rest with all your patter and stress? It doesn't matter if he's the one making us dance, 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 dance. Throw the line, walk the line, cross the line, take the line. No, 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 no. Down, 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 down. No, 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 no. Down, 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 down. 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 Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Cheers.
Yes, Joe.
The tune.
Thank you.
The tune. Joe, remind me, what was the video that we filmed at Kelburn that year?
Oh, so that's a video for that one. Yeah, There's been 2 videos done at Kilburn. So Hendo did Juliet 2 years ago when we played on the main stage at Kilburn. It's like a 12 o'clock gig, which we were worried that no one was going to turn up to, but actually it was really busy. So thank you to anybody that turned up that day. We were terrified.
That weekend was so warm.
Oh, it was it was amazing.
We were on at 5 o'clock with the sun coming straight in.
It was so good. It was like it was holiday time, proper holiday time. But the one, actually, the opposite end of the spectrum is the video for The Line was also a fair bit of that was filmed at Kilburn, but that was when there was the crazy hurricane kind of thing went on. So yeah, like Mark and I just in typical fashion turned up and played our gig, and didn't put our tent up. Just like went about having some fun, and then it was like 2 in the morning and the hurricane was starting to kind of bubble up, and we were just like, actually maybe we should put our tent up, and it was like almost as soon as we did that, it just went full pelt hurricane. So we were just trying to put the tent up, and I was quite drunk, so eventually I was like, I'd put up like one layer of the tent, and the whole inside needed to still go in, and I was like, I'm just going to sleep here, it's fine. And Mark's like, no, nah, like you're not doing that. There's no waterproof, it's not a thing. And then luckily, our mate, luckily at that point just kind of wandered back. I've got something in my mind that says he was on a bike, but I don't think he would have been on a bike. Anyway, in my head, Dennis cycles past and says, come with me, I've got somewhere for you to go. And we just ended up in Batlygate's caravan and just stayed up all night. And that's when we were, there was like about 12 of us in his little caravan all sheltering because their tents had blown away. So yeah, we just drank some rum. Fun times.
I think that might have been, was it 2016?
Could have been, it was the first time in fact, I was playing Gyro Babies that time,
Right, because I got the bizarrest couch surfing request of all time. the day after waking up from that storm coming in. So, but I mean, my tent was flooded and everything, and I was up on a big airbed anyway. But once I started like getting the tent dried out and stuff, and then on the then I got my phone charged up, which thankfully hadn't been down in the puddle. I had that safely underneath my pillow on my airbed. But I got my phone switched on. So these two French girls came over and were travelling around Scotland. And basically, they decided that they were going to visit a festival whilst they were in Scotland. So they went to Kelburn Garden Party. And then their tent was completely destroyed during that storm on the Friday night. So they sent me a couchsurfing request to ask me if they could leave Kelburn Garden Party to come and stay at my house in Cumbernauld, because they know where now to stay. Not realising, of course, that I was already there at Kelburn Garden
That's
Party.
amazing.
Anyway.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't
give you a
help
lift. Oh no, yeah.
It was still the Saturday. It was a Saturday. I wasn't leaving.
Yeah, you're not going. Yeah.
In fact, that was back then. Remember, they used to put the boat cruise on the Monday as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I stayed for the hardcore element of that as well. So
that was cool, actually. The boat thing was cool, wasn't it? Yeah, that extra day just it's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eileen was just confirming that she recognised Elaine when she said, "Great to see you all." Hi. So, hello, Eileen. Thank you for joining us. And Mary, love that song there. Brilliant, Joe. Excellent. So we'll move on over to Colin again next.
Hello. So yeah, the last time I played this was at the BAaD. Actually, it was the Sunday Sessions. It was the 2nd of February. So that's the last time I was on a stage. So how horrible is that? But yeah, and I was absolutely steaming drunk, and David decided to put my name forward to go up and do a couple of songs. That was fun. I barely remember actually being on the stage. Anyways, yeah. This is a song called Grey Cloud, and it's about getting my head caped in a night out in Greenock, my hometown. So, we shout out in my hometown there, Greenock, keeping it real. The COVID epicentre of Scotland, apparently. So, another milestone smashed. Cheers, guys. Anyway, yeah, so this is for everybody in my hometown. This is called Grey Cloud. Looks like I've had one too many to keep me going. So great time tonight. The lights go down and the beats come out, and all the ones walking off. And I can see the grey cloud hanging over your head. Before you even speak, I can tell you're looking for an argument. And I can see the grey cloud hanging over your head. Before you even speak, I can tell you're looking for an argument. Just love and color, let's see from another either. Some things you got, wash away. Some things might be washed away. And I see you throwing daggers with your eyes, cutting people with your tongue. And I see you throwing daggers with your eyes, cutting people with your tongue, cutting people with your tongue. And I can see the grey cloud hanging over your head. Before you even speak, I can tell you're looking for an argument. And I can see the grey cloud hanging over your head. Before you even speak, I can tell you're looking for an argument. Cheers, guys.
Nice one, Colin. So have you been productive? Have you been working on? Well, obviously you've got
David.
busy creating life. Two month old baby come into your life.
I've actually been in the studio. Got the second album coming out, so that's putting the finishing touches to that. So I've ended up putting another song on there, and you know, it went from like 10 song to a 13-track album, and yeah. So yeah, but it's sounding really good. So that should be out. I'm hoping. I wanted it out a wee bit sooner, but obviously with the lockdown and things, I wanted to kind of tour it. So there's a lot. Obviously, I was saying like it's okay doing this sort of live stream gigs and that, but it's not the same unless you're the crowd thing. And you know, and I like selling physical CDs and things like that as well. And because you get to talk to people, and, you know, kind of mingle, and that's just kind of cool. So yeah, so I wanted to kind of make everything was kind of back to normal almost to. Tour it, honestly. So I've delayed it. So it should be. I'm hoping before the end of the year anyway. So that's as long as I want to delay it for.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I've just given a share for your Bandcamp and your Facebook there in the comment. So for those of you that are on Bandcamp, if you give everybody a wee follow, and that sets up a notification anyway. Whenever anybody puts anything new on Bandcamp, so you can keep up to date with what all these amazing musicians are going to be doing post-lockdown. So we'll go over to Elaine.
Hi. First of all, Colin, sorry, I was checking my ukulele was in tune, and I think it was actually playing over here. I thought I'd pressed mute, so sorry about that, mate. I'm going to sing you a new song, well, a relatively new song from the Well Happy Band. It's called Happy Vibes. Well, it's the working title anyway. Got the drum machine going again.
I wake up each morning, I crack a smile and open my eyes wide. Get to stretching, yawning, and jump out of bed, although I still feel tired. Why? I wanna wake up, shake up, I gotta take up the challenge of the day. Yeah. I'm gonna make up for past regrets, gonna put my best foot forward, come what may. 'Cause for today, I get my mojo back, take my power back, get my life on track. There's no need to take the strain, just need to engage my brain. Best thing is, I know I'll feel alright when I can feel those happy vibes. Yeah. Come on and feel those happy vibes with me. Let's greet the day, give a pow, 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 woo! Uh-oh, I hear thunder, I see a big black cloud coming my way. Yeah. And I can't help but wonder, will it fly right by or will it stay and rain on me all day? But I get back to where it's at, I take a leap of faith out of the streets. And what do I see? I see everybody dancing, jumping around and tapping both their feet to a happy beat, because they got their mojo back, took their power back, and got their lives on track. But there's no need to take the strain, just need to engage your brain. The best thing is, you know you're doing it right when you can feel those healthy vibes. stronger than you realize. You've still got a song to sing. Go on and spread your wings and fly. Go on and feel those happy vibes. Go on and feel those happy vibes with me. Let's beat the day, give it pow, 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 woo! Yeah. Come on and feel those happy vibes. Oh, feel those happy vibes.
Yes. Is that four songs you? Is that four songs you've done now, Elaine? Cool. I'm just trying to keep a wee tally of where we're at. Nice one. So again, just for those of you who've joined us, that's Elaine from the Well Happy Band. How many and who and what do they play are in your band currently now at the moment, Elaine?
In this current format, I have myself on lead vocals and ukulele. There is Janine Duffy, who is the other part of Well Happy, which is our business that we run together, doing stress reduction techniques. She's on keys and backing vocals. There's my dad, Bob Allison, who is lead guitar. We have Kev on bass. And we have Ross on drums and percussion. And we have Sir Ian Diamond with us every so often with other percussion. And I've been
Sir Ian
taught, and I really don't know if I missed anybody.
That's just this exact moment that you're at is normally where I'm at when people ask.
Sorry, who? John the Hat as well. John the Hat is playing mandolin with
John
us.
the Hat. Oh, is he? Shout out to John the Hat. Yeah, you have as much of a revolving cast of performers as much as we've had over the years as well. Which is always
it's just a state of evolving, isn't it? It's quite exciting, and it's just a great ride, and if you're up for it, then it's a really exciting thing to be in a band that's also wanting to kind of help people as well, a bit like yourself, you know. You want to just keep the happiness, because it isn't just all doom and gloom, and it's very difficult to think that way sometimes. I know I was like that maybe about 10 years ago, just in a job I didn't like, and having to take public transport every day, having to run about, and nothing wrong with public transport, but it was like an hour and a bit to get to my work every day and back, you know. So but if you start noticing all the good things, and if you start training your brain, just like I was talking about there, you can start to see all the good things that are happening, and start to see that it's not just all, we might not all burn in hell. Basically, we might actually have do more what makes. I've actually got that in my kitchen. I've got that very same. Yeah,
I think I remember that. So when I was just looking at wee graphics to put in the graphic suite tonight, that one just popped in my head. Do more of what makes you happy. If you're at home, you're on lockdown. If you've been lucky enough to sort of be furloughed and just being asked to stay at home and help the NHS out by that way. I know the lockdown, as we move through the Scottish Government COVID-19 roadmap, obviously lockdown rules are changing, but I think it's given a lot of people, it's certainly given me a lot of time to sort of think about my lifestyle and some of the choices that I've made, and reflecting on them and things that I would like to do, and that's one of the reasons why I'm going up Ben Lomond tomorrow, because I do know that hill walking and bagging Monroes is something that makes me happy. It's great exercise physically and mentally, and it's nice to just get out on the hills in a country like ours, which is consistently voted the most beautiful country in the world, and that's another reason why we get so many couch surfers come here as well, because they absolutely love Scotland for that reason, along with Glasgow having such a great music scene. Here's Andy Lang. How you doing, mate? He's asking, will the Strathclyde Park gigs be the first live gigs in Scotland since March? Well, that's a very good question, Andy. I think we've still got some hoops to jump through in terms of what local licensing and insurance, and as it stands, Live Nation obviously had a run of outdoor drive-in gigs that they were going to do. In terms of being the first live gigs in Scotland since March, exactly, I don't know. In terms of being like the first outdoor live gigs that I'm aware of, I'm not. I don't know anything else unless there's been some amazing illegal forest raves that I've not heard about yet. That would be quite cool if some of them have happened somewhere. But yeah, if we.
I think that's really
Say
weird.
again?
I think it's strange it's not happened. Like, when I was younger, I'd have been totally doing that. Like, that had just been a thing that happened. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'd have just been out with your pals, you'd have put it away to get a PA sorted out, and you just have with a gig. You know, like, I think anyway.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I think it's just quite a strange one though, because like I've always been in about all that kind of thing, like raves and stuff when I was younger, and still, and I always want to challenge and to go, well, and why can we not do that? But I think in this circumstance, because there's a well, I know some people don't think there is, but I think there's a legitimate thing to be worried about, that there's a legitimate reason not to have gigs. So it's like, it feels really odd. Like, even, I was going to say, some of the lyrics in my songs are they're like, challenge the system, like kind of all stuff about that. And sometimes at the moment in lockdown, when I've been playing them for, live streams, I've been like, I bet people could apply this to, like, challenge the system, don't wear your mask and like stuff like that. And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, usually I'm anti-establishment, but just right now for this like couple of months, do what they're saying. I don't know. It's quite a strange. Yes, but it's quite a strange. It's quite a strange thing to your thought process to be like, oh, how did that happen? I'm like, suddenly I'm not sure I want to be putting that message across right now, but I mean, obviously I still do, because there's stuff to be challenged. Like, ignore the mask stuff. Keep an eye on what they're doing. While everyone's shouting about the masks, that's the thing to be worried about, isn't it? But yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Well, also Andy's asking, what do you think? We'll go around clockwise. So we'll start with Elaine, then Mark, then Joe, then Colin, and then we'll go on to the next singer. Andy's asking. So Elaine, do you think gigs in some form will be back before September?
It's a good question. I would love to say yes. I would really love to say yes. But as I was kind of mentioning earlier on, for me, a really good gig is when you connect with the audience and you collectively raise your vibration together, and everybody feels really great, and everybody feels settled, and everybody feels almost like they're home, so they're able to kind of let go a little bit. Whether that will be able to be achieved in any kind of live venue before then is questionable, and people will go to places when they feel comfortable, and I think what we need to do is just look at how things are going and decide closer to the time, or if the trajectory is down and if everybody's happy with doing it, then absolutely, then I definitely would like to see gigs before September. But everybody would need to feel safe. That's kind of it. So you need to kind of look at how the public perceives what's going on and take it from there. So there's no hard and fast answer, I don't think.
Yeah, I think that's the situation with even like these drive-in gigs in terms of like a public entertainment license. Like you've got to have the idea and it's got to be out there. It takes about 12 weeks to get a public entertainment license, but your event management plan has obviously got to be. I mean, even now, there's because it's such a novel thing we're dealing with. There's certain aspects of like the event management plan that the local authority safety advisory group can just basically say no for whatever specific reason. And even like Leicester, sadly, when it had to go into its own citywide local lockdown with then restrictions on travel placed, if there are any other local outbreaks that result in that happening again, then we're just dealing with such an unknown at the moment. It's difficult to sort of forecast, isn't it? What do you think, Mark?
I'm the same as Elaine. I would love to see it go back. I was meant to play Party in the Palace this year, but unfortunately it got cancelled. So, yeah, I think just if people feel safe enough, then I think they just need to see how it goes. Pretty much, and just take it as it comes. Like ease into it a bit more. Still maintain social distancing and stuff like that, but still, I don't know. It's a hard one, man. It's a hard one.
Well, how about you, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, same. I think it's just a case of just waiting and seeing how it goes. But I mean, what I would say is, thinking from the Twistettes perspective, I think that, I think different styles of music, it may be different, because I think, sitting down, watching an acoustic gig is a different thing from your Twistettes gigs are busy, sweaty, like everybody crunched in together, jumping about. That's like what makes, it's a strange, I was thinking about it today, this idea of playing a Twistettes gig and everyone's just kind of stands and socially distanced. I just feel like it would be really odd, and I think the crowd would feel that to be odd, and I think it might actually be quite a negative experience in a way, because just people that have maybe been to gigs, not just the Twistettes, but any band that's a bit like that, it might be quite odd. So I think for the Twistettes, and I think Gyro Babies is the same kind of thing as well, that probably I'll be waiting a bit longer. But then an acoustic act, or that's different, because so that's probably where I'm at with my thought process. But
okay,
just have to wait and see. That might change into a week's time,
Thanks for that, Joe. And Colin, what about you?
Yeah, pretty much exactly what Joe just said. I could see rock gigs kind of just not happening for a long time, and sadly, because nothing better than jumping in the front, and getting sweaty and rubbing up against people in an inappropriate way. But everybody needs a hobby. But get it, man. You know what I'm saying? But I think acoustics and things like that, it's okay. You can set up 2 meters apart and things like that, and you could probably have tables and different set up. But even an acoustic gig, it's still not the same. You're not getting the same vibe. I don't think it's going to happen for a long time. Safely, I think the government will let you. Prime example. Not to get political in any way, Dave, because I know you don't like doing that. But see the whole kind of. I think there was a meme. It summed it up perfectly. It was "You are here," and it was basically we're in phase 2 of the infection. The government are in phase 4. They're out. They're fine. They think everyone's great now. They don't realise it. There's still. There's people dying. There's still people dying. There's hundreds of deaths every day, and it seems to be open up. Everybody goes back. Everything's normal now, and they're going to completely undo 4 months of people's lives. We've given up an awful lot. My daughter didn't get to meet her grandparents until a fortnight ago. She's 2 months old. Just to put it into perspective, and my family don't keep well, so it's a big deal, And to undo that, to see a government unravel all that, and it's basically a fuck the NHS. That's pretty much what it is. And they're out there clapping with fucking idiots. Do you know what I mean? And slow. So no, that's the answer. I think it'll be one, but I don't think it'll be safe. That's my 2 cents worth. I think that they're so desperate to kickstart the economy, they couldn't give a flying fuck about people who don't care about it, and that's what I think. I've had 2 beers, by the way, and already out.
Well, it's actually down in England. It's Westminster have said that they are hoping to restart indoor gigs from the 1st of August.
I've seen that.
I know, and what they cited the Music Venue Trust as being sort of what involved in what led to them making that decision, and they sort of they said that they had been working on some experimenting with some with some venues like testing like social distancing and capacity and stuff like that. Then the Music Venue Trust had to put out a statement saying, we've absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Wow.
So,
Just made it up.
just fucking let them. I think Sean Keaveney today put out a good tweet. I reckon it's not going to be long till Sean Keaveney is the Director General of the BBC, sadly, has to give him his final written warning. But Sean Keaveney, in his own personal Twitter, had basically said, it's just like, they're just a typical populist government, like Johnson and his bastards. Like they'll say whatever positive, just fucking baseless soundbite they think will appeal to their base. And in actual fact, like, there's probably not much substantiation to it. Like, just as soon as you dissect it, it's like you can't really trust anything that they're saying.
No.
There's Adam Lawson jumping in. Hi Adam. He says his band's got a Kelly gig on Halloween. That's the first one I'm still hopeful for. So we'll wait and see. Right, okay. Well, we're past the 2 hour mark now anyway. Thanks everybody for if you've been on from the start. We'll just go round then. We'll just finish off then with Mark, Joe and Colin, and then we'll call it a night then for tonight. I need to get a decent sleep before I climb Ben Lomond tomorrow anyway. We did advertise it for 2 hours anyway, so we're over that just now. So excellent. We'll just head over to Mark.
Excellent. Sorry, my dog is he's going absolutely bananas just now. It's kind of putting us off a wee bit. But anyway, this is a song I wrote about my mother who passed away in January 2019. I was in the bath one day, literally 5 minutes, and I had a song written down. So this is called John the Crown. When you sat there in that chair with your 19 show long, we know that you weren't scared, but you always needed a shoulder to cry on. And I wasn't always there, but I knew someone that I could rely on. We never see eye to eye. I know there were many days that I made you cry. There were also many days that I made you smile. So I know you're up in heaven smiling down, and I know you're up there with a jewel on the crown. And I just wish you were here to tell you that I love you, to tell you that I love you. There aren't many days when you're not in my thoughts, and I'm picking up the pieces of forget-me-not. And I wish we burned our bridges so long ago, 'cause I miss you every day more than you'll ever know. So tell me
Know my heart bursts with pride, knowing that I got to call you mom. So I know you're up in heaven smiling down, and I know you're up there with you on the crown, and I just wish you were here and said I love you, and said I love you. So I know you're up in heaven smiling down, and I know you're up there with a jewel on the crown, and I just wish you were here and said I love you, and said I love you.
That was lovely.
Aye, that's
Thank you.
beautiful song, mate.
Yeah.
Beautiful song.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you very
There's Mary commenting there. Beautiful, heartfelt song. It was
Thanks,
very
Mary.
much so. Aye. Your mum will be proud of that one, mate. Beautiful. Well done. Do you? I was just about to share your Instagram there, Mark. Do you do any live streaming gigs on your Instagram that you can tell people about if they want to check you out again?
Not yet. I usually do it on my Facebook page because I've got more followers on my Facebook page, so I've tended to do it on there. So if they want to catch me live, I'd go to my Facebook page.
Cool, mate. Okay, so I'll give just as we go around the sort of final list here, I'll give you. Sure, you've probably been asked it before. Any relation to the famous Beatle from Liverpool?
I tell everybody at my gigs, I'm like, aye, I'm Paul's nephew. They're like, oh yeah, I'm like, aye. But unfortunately not. I just had it in a big mansion.
Aye, that's fair enough. Or
bullshit you making that one, mate.
Aye.
Absolutely.
All the time, man. All the time.
You don't mind.
All right. Okay, Joe, over to you. What's your last one for us this evening?
Cool. I just thought since we were talking about Juliet earlier, I'll just give that one a bash. Juliet. Thanks for having me, by the way. Oh, can you just forsake me? Let me give in completely. Dance with the beat in my head. Shout out it all can be said. Juliet, my sunshine girl. Oh, Juliet, my Juliet, my Juliet, my sunshine girl. Oh, Juliet, my Juliet, my Juliet, my sunshine girl. Oh, Juliet. Stumble upon a future, let it take on its own curve. Dance with the drums in my head, shout till it all must be said. Juliet, my sunshine girl. Oh, Juliet, my Juliet, my Juliet, my sunshine girl. Oh, Juliet, my Juliet, Juliet, my Juliet, my sunshine girl, oh Juliet, my Juliet, my Juliet, my sunshine girl, oh Juliet, my Juliet, my Juliet, my Juliet. Cheers, thank you. Thanks.
Oh, you're muted again, David.
Done it again, I've done it again, sorry. Just saying, Mary loves that song, and I'll just give the Twistettes Facebook page a share there. Keep up to date with all things Twistettes. Anything music-wise, along with Minerva Wakes, anything new Twistettes, or what's been happening on that front?
Well, we've obviously not been able to. We practiced yesterday, actually, our very first practice. So I've written a bunch of stuff that could be for a new Twistettes album. So it's just a case of kind of now working through it with Nikki, and she usually vetoes half of them because she's like, nah, it's too cheesy, Joe, get that. But yeah, we've probably got about 4 songs for a new album that we're pretty sure will will be on it, and then we're playing about with other stuff. Yeah, so we also recorded, we've been kind of looking at maybe doing some, like a recording of a kind of live set or something like that as well. So that's kind of on the cards. And I've also been DJing quite a lot. So I've got a new DJ kind of project called Joe Jive and the Beehive 5. And that's just kind of like soul, doo-wop, kind of pop stuff from kind of 50s and 60s girl bands, or female vocal stuff. So I did that right at the start of lockdown, and I honestly think it might have saved me from insanity, because it was I just spent like 2 weeks solidly listening to all this like amazing music from kind of back in the day. So yeah, I'll probably be doing some stuff for that as well. So yeah.
That's right. I've actually forgotten about that, so I'll just give that Facebook page for Joe Jive and Beehive 5 and the comments there. Check that out. Give that a wee link as well. And we'll move over to you then, Colin, for final song of the evening.
Yep, so I thought I would end on a really profound note, dead serious and stuff, because obviously you guys have been playing your heart out and stuff, so I thought might as well continue that with a song called Dickhead. It's normally I would dedicate it to somebody, like in the audience and that, but instead I'm going to dedicate it to every single person that goes out and claps for the NHS and voted Tory. You are the worst of the worst, and fuck you. So yeah, this is called Dickhead. Thanks for listening. See you guys. That's a lie. Let's start again. I want that. See you guys on the table. Looking over everybody's face, because you're nothing but a dickhead. Why? 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 See you looking over everybody's face, because you're nothing but a dickhead. Why? 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 Let's blame it on the train. Let's blame it on mental health. Let's blame it on mom and dad. You're still a dickhead. Why? 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 You are nothing but a dickhead. Oh, 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 oh. You are nothing nothing but a decade. Oh, 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 oh. I see you clapping for the NHS. Oh, 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 oh. You are nothing but a decade. You are nothing but a decade. You are nothing to me. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Colin. Nice one. Yes, well, I'm all for criticism being deserved when it's deserved criticism. So let's not forget. And also, as Colin quite rightly pointed out there, the Tories have certainly not handled this as well as they possibly could. I think it's suffice to say. So
this is basically Operation Human Shield. So this is they fucked it big time, and it's decades from now it'll come back and it'll be reading about this in textbooks and be like, fucking hell, remember them idiots? Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
They'll dig down in thousands of years to come and just come across a whole ton of face masks.
Like, what happens?
Oh, this is when 2020 happened.
So final week.
It's the beekeepers and the guys lying in the ground are stung to death. And he's like, well, he was saying something about the bee mask or whatever was like, was infringing his right.
Oh, I've seen that. That's a great meme.
So yeah, that's me.
Get yourself a reusable face mask, please. Get face masks that can be washed and used again and again. That's the best thing that we can do right now.
Get a well happy face mask.
That's amazing. I like that. Yeah, well, good.
Big picture Overburn Centre. That's where you want to be getting them custom printed.
Cool.
Good on you. So we'll just have a quick clockwise round. Elaine, Mark, Joe, Colin. Just final word. What would you like to say to those that we've got still with us then in the 23 universe, just in terms of your music, or what do you want to give a wee shout out for? Where can people get you? Blah blah blah. Elaine.
Hi, I am part of the Well Happy Band, and you can check us out on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, obviously. You can find us on Spotify, and you can buy the Little Album of Happiness on Bandcamp. We should hopefully be recording our album this year, our second album, or maybe our second long EP. So and look out for a solo album from myself at some point. Hopefully this year.
Cool.
So, yes.
Nice one.
Thank you very much, David, for having me. It's been a lot of fun.
You're welcome. Thanks very much for joining us, Elaine. Thank you. Mark.
Hello, my name is Mark McCartney. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Mark McCartney Music. And like Elaine, I'm hoping to get into the studio this year sometime to try and get a little EP out, because I've only been gigging for about a year now. So.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a wee baby.
I'm a noob.
Are you still in the honeymoon phase of it all?
No, I'll pass that now. I've literally passed. It was okay for the first 6 months, but it's gone now. But I just try to get.
If you didn't love it, you wouldn't do it, mate.
Oh no, I love it. Absolutely love it.
It's intoxicating.
Oh, it is.
Good on you, mate.
The best drug you could ever have.
Totally agree.
Oh,
what?
Sorry.
It's your tongue.
Sorry. Oh my god. I dropped in my skin.
And Joe.
Just the stuff I've talked about. So New Twistettes album in development, Minerva Wakes. That's going to be our kind of big thing that we'll be focusing on for the rest of the year, I think, is just getting that released. We've got a video probably out within the next week or two, I think, so for the first track. So I suppose also Gyro Babies. We've been kind of working on little bits and pieces as well. So there's the oh my god, Pitch and Pitchfork kind of single, but there's actually loads of tracks on that. So it's got a couple of remixes and a new Gyro Baby song that Colin, Sam, actually, Mark and I went along and recorded with Fudgy that used to play in Esperanza. So yeah, that's probably the only thing I've not spoken about was the kind of gyro stuff. But yeah, hoping to get gigging at some point soon, like I'm sure you all are. So yeah, thank you for watching, folks, and yeah.
Thanks for having us, David.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Mark. Thanks, Joe. Colin, lastly, yourself.
Yeah, I'm basically a total whore, so anywhere you can get music and there's a social networking type platform, I'm on there because, you know, like I said, I'm a whore.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, anywhere you can get music, I'm there. Just check out Colin Archie and you'll find me. New album should hopefully be out, like I was saying earlier on, the end of the year. Yeah, other than that, I'm going to be keeping quiet and keeping my baby alive at least, you know, for a little while.
Right. All the best.
What's night's one?
Thank you, guys, and thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Nice meeting you.
I should have said that obviously Twistettes and Gyro Babies are on all the social media and stuff as well. I didn't, and Spotify stuff. So yeah. oh, I know. Yeah. Oh yeah.
People's online detective skills have certainly improved throughout this lockdown. Anyway, I think it's nice to give that reminder as well. But everybody, you all know the places to go and find music, and most importantly, if you can support the artist directly from their Bandcamp, then that's the best way to do it as well. That helps the artists get the most amount of money. Helps them, and well, hopefully I'll see you on the other side. I think today's the 19th, which means I'm not doing Sunday Sessions Online on the last Sunday of the month. Mark and I had a wee chat, so I know Mark has his overheard in the West End on the last Sunday of the month. So I'd said I would take a wee break from doing this,
cool.
just to let people give that a focus, and for me to also watch something as well and just chill out and enjoy the great lineups that Mark has on that. So to everybody who's tuned in tonight, to everybody that's played, Elaine, Mark, Joe and Colin, thank you very much. Thank you very much for tuning in again. We'll be back with the next BAaD Design Sunday Sessions Online number 8 at the beginning of August. We'll share on the 23 Universe. If you've not given the 23 Universe Facebook page a wee link, then you can do that if you're on the Facebook watching it. Also, I'll just give just finally the 23 Universe YouTube channel a share. If you've not subscribed to that, that'd be great if you could hit the subscribe button on that. And last word there from Mary. Great hearing from you all. Thanks for tuning in, Mary. And we'll see you next time. So good night, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks, Blair. Cheers. Bye. Bye.